stunning looks than swift.
Well, they've not been to India in over a decade. Their pre-tournament camp was cancelled as they awaited their visas, and their arrival in Hyderabad suggested that there's much more friendship than fury in the relationship between the two countries. Who we're talking about? It's Pakistan, of course. And I'm joined here on Maruti Suzuki Arena Presents ESPN Cricinfo's Match Day by Anil, Kumble and Steyn to discuss the second match of this 2023 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, which is Pakistan up against the Netherlands. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Anil, I guess Pakistan's journey has been anything but smooth, and just a month ago we were talking about them as favourites perhaps for this World Cup. Is that tag still relevant, or have they slipped off the radar a bit?
I mean, we saw that in the Asia Cup. Pakistan without Naseem Shah, that's a big loss for them at the top of the innings with the ball. And their batting has been very vulnerable as well. You know, that's something that they'll have to fix. The opening, Fakhar Zamans hasn't scored runs the way that you expect an experienced batter to do. So everything depends on Babar Azam, and Rizwan, of course, got some runs in the warm-up game. He got 100 against New Zealand, so that will certainly augur well. But they're playing in Hyderabad, which is, the warm-up games have shown that the wickets are really true, and that should help them. And they're playing Netherlands. So hopefully this is a game where everything comes good for Pakistan's point of view. And if that happens, then the confidence will slowly start coming back in.
Yeah, now before we go to some of the selection issues, that comment, "and they're playing Netherlands," is something, Dale, that we would have thought about when South Africa played the Dutch at that T20 World Cup. So, "and they're playing Netherlands" is not necessarily a comfort win, right? Yeah. You know these guys, you've played with some of them, you're probably personal friends with the Roelof van der Merwe, for example. Are they ready? Are they up for it?
They certainly are. I think the only issue for the Netherlands is that the lack of cricket that they've had leading up to this World Cup. They haven't played against the bigger teams, your Pakistans, your Indias, South Africas, Australias, etc. And recently in their warm-up games, everything was rained off. So they haven't really had much cricket time. They've come from the Netherlands, and it's hard when you're coming to play against the best teams in the world to play at your best if you haven't actually been playing. And the thing about the Netherlands team is that they don't have like one or two individuals to kind of lean on. It's a full team that they have to have. Everyone has to pitch up. Everyone has to contribute in their own way to make this whole team really perform extremely well. It's not like Australia, which you can lean on a Steve Smith to get a big score, or Pat Cummins to do well with the ball, or something like that. Everyone needs to kind of turn up, and because everyone hasn't had the lead up to this World Cup that they'd like, they might just be a little bit overwhelmed by the power that Pakistan will have. Yeah,
I mean, it's a team, as you say, that really, it's more than the sum of its parts when it comes together, but you need those parts to all come together for them to perform. And Pakistan have got some star power. So we know that they're missing a key fast bowler, and they're going to have to make a choice there, Mohammad Wasim or Hassan Ali. We saw Hassan Ali play against South Africa quite a lot, and I think he sort of charmed us with his exuberance and personality. For me, he might be the one to go for. Who would you go for?
Yeah, they've brought him in for Naseem Shah, basically as a replacement, and he has the experience. So I'm sure Hassan Ali will probably get the pick against Netherlands. And of course, it all depends on how Shaheen Afridi gets through with the first few overs. That'll be a challenge for the Netherlands batters. I mean, we have seen him knock off and get Pakistan wickets early. So I think Hassan Ali will probably get the nod against Netherlands.
And then at the top of the order, we spoke about Fakhar Zamans' form, averaging just 10 in his last 19 innings. So there is a problem there, but he's got a really good record over time. And in fact, he scored 3 consecutive ODI hundreds earlier in the year. So, there's something to go on in terms of what's happened a few months ago. Would you carry on with him, or would you immediately replace him?
No, I think this is the start of the World Cup. He's your experienced batter. You want him to get into form, and you need to play Fakhar Zamans and hope that he comes into form and get some runs under his belt. He's had those starts. It's not that he's getting out, in the first over. He's getting those 20s. Even in the Asia Cup, he got those 20s, and then he was throwing his wicket away. So that's something that he needs to perhaps work on. When he first came onto the scene, he was a destructive player. He would come charging at the bowler from ball 1, but somehow over the last year, he seems to have gone into a shell, trying to build an innings and change his game. So maybe he just needs to go and enjoy those first 10 overs of power play, saying, okay, come on, go and just smash every ball that you get. That could be the approach. But for Pakistan's sake, it's important that Fakhar Zamans gets some runs up front.
So it's a moment that the entire Dutch team have been waiting for, some of them their whole lives and careers, even playing for other international sides. A big day for them as they return to the World Cup. They last played here in India at that 2011 tournament. They're finally back. They take on Pakistan, and we'll bring you all the latest here on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo's Match Day when the game happens. Thanks for joining.
Stunning looks, then swift,